What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank, and it is absolutely freezing out here. It's freaking cold. Just as cold as the Republican Party is towards black and brown people. And that's what this video is about. Because, man, I don't even know how they do it, right? It's like, how do you actively, as a brown person, black person, how do you actively campaign for a party, a Republican Party, that specifically make policies that don't like you? They actively hate you. Like, they actively, what benefit is it for these Kunarians? And I'm talking about the brown and black kind, the black ones and the brown ones. I'm talking about the Vivek and what's it, Nikki Haley, the two Indians, right? For some reason, them Indians think they can just come over here and skip, go, collect their $200. And they really think that if they put enough gel in their hair, right? If they put enough gel in their hair and they wear their pants just right, and they cut off their accent as best as humanly possible, and they emulate and try to be as white as possible, they can kiss as many sectors of white ass as they possibly can, and they will be reminded that they ain't shit at the end of the day, and that those people do not respect or like them and will never allow them to be in charge, right? Just like black folks. Look, they like it when the pawn and you moving the pieces across the board that benefit them, but they'll never allow you to be king or queen. Not in the Republican Party. And I'm not even a Democrat, but the Democrats at least don't actively be like, yeah, we don't like you brown people. Like, these people say it online, like they're not even hiding it, bro. Like, I think liberals are more introvertly closet racist, right? They like to be politely racist, right? You know, they're polite. You know, so not all of them are racist, but there's, you know how it is, right? Right. They want to be us, can't be us, emulate us, kind of act weird and shit. You know what I mean? That weird shit, right? We all know that weird shit. But the Republicans, now, they up and down, straight. Ain't no misunderstanding. We don't like you. Okay? No. We don't like you. We don't trust you at all. Matter of fact, everything about you and your identity is dangerous to us. They are literally allergic to brown and black people. Yet, these brown and black people, they forego their spine. They take their spine out, right? They rip that shit out like Mortal Kombat and they toss it themselves, right? And they go to the nearest freaking grocery store and buy the biggest can of mayonnaise they can. They just carry that shit around. Cause that's a sign, like, look, I'm down with the cause. I'm down with the posse. You see, I got this Hellman's mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip. Not Miracle Whip, Hellman's, okay? I'm telling you, only to be made fun of and look like fool. Like, how can you defend a group of people, right? And then they literally turn around and make fun of you. Like, you're just saying, oh, America's not racist. I've experienced racism. They literally contradict themselves immediately, right? I mean, you got to have absolutely no shame, really, to join a group of people who don't want anything to do with you, bro. Like, it's embarrassing. It's shameful and embarrassing. And I'm so glad I'm not, like, Indian, because if I was an Indian American, I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed and confused, right, about these guys kissing. I'm talking about Vivek literally was sucking on Donald Trump's toes with the crust in it and everything. Like, can you imagine Vivek sucking on Donald Trump's big toe? Sucking it, just glurping it, no gag reflex, nothing. And Nikki Haley, oh my gosh, she wants to be a white girl from Idaho so bad. So bad. She's trying to be everything to everybody. You know what Nikki Haley reminds me of? She's an Indian Hillary Clinton, trying to be everything to everybody. But at least we knew Hillary Clinton didn't like black people, right? She was more honest about not liking black people or not caring about black people issues than Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley trying to be everything to everybody, making herself look like a goddamn fool, reminding everybody who's paying attention to the real world that them Republicans, right, this half the group of white people in this country still do not like us, all right? These are the sons and daughters of the Confederacy. They do not like us. And you still got some black folks that really want to convince other black folks to be a part of that group. It literally says out their own mouth, we don't like you, we don't trust you at all. How do you stand up as a man or a woman and actually defend something like that? I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna connect this clip. I just want y'all to watch it. because I be proving my shit with primary evidence about how retarded it is for any black person, any brown person to think that your way to power, your way to liberation, your way to any type of advancement is gonna come from the modern day Republican Party. Now in 100 years, when all these baby boomers are dead and the baby boomers' kids are dead, maybe the Republican Party will change to something different. But as of right now, hell no. Hell no. Anyway, without further ado, check out this clip. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach them. I'm out.
There was an article that came out the other day, which was explaining one of Vivek's problems in Iowa. And it's that a lot of the people who this piece talked to, I forget which outlet wrote, was it NBC News? It was some main outlet wrote about this. And a bunch of Iowa voters were like, yeah, I kind of like the guy, but he's a Muslim. Now, he's not. He's Hindu. But to be like, well, I liked him. He's Muslim. And then others were like, yeah, he's got darker skin, and when I see him, it reminds me of 9/11, and I get really pissed. I'm not kidding. Somebody actually said that. So he's running, and he's trying his best. He's saying all the things the right-wingers want to hear, but still he can't get over that line. Why? He runs into some old-school bigotry, right? So anyway, he drops out. He endorses Trump the night of the Iowa caucus, says, I'm going to campaign with him now. I'm going to do everything I can to get him elected. The people chose him. They didn't choose me. And now in a lot of right-wing circles, they love Vivek. Oh, this guy is great. Oh, this guy should be VP and all that stuff, right? So the Babylon Bee, which is like the conservative version of The Onion, they decided after Vivek dropped out, this is a good time to make this joke. As you can see here, Trump promises Vivek an administration position running the White House 7-Eleven. And then you see the picture of Vivek wearing the 7-Eleven shirt with the 7-Eleven behind him in the White House. So when I first saw this, my reaction was just, ooh. It wasn't a laugh. It was more like a, ooh. Like, you guys are, you're just trying to be bigoted assholes, right? Like, I get they think they're doing it in the service of comedy, and maybe some of them might even be silly enough to think, haha, it is actually funny. But even their own fans at the Babylon Bee were like, okay, this is just racist. This did not work out for them. So
Donald Trump is going full birther on Nikki Haley. Trump posted a debunked conspiracy theory on the ultra-conservative social media platform Truth Social. Trump questioned if Haley could run for president because her parents were not U.S. citizens at the year of her birth in 1972. Haley was born in Bamberg, South Carolina. Donald
of America.
I don't remember.
Please spin that.
I don't remember any president specifically mentioning African people saying that they are poisoning the blood of this country. I remember.
Now you're being dishonest. You don't live under a rock.
Let me answer the damn question, Kofi. I remember a president saying that illegal immigrants are poisoning the blood of this country. And yes, I agree with him 1,000%. I don't give a damn where you're from. Although I do prefer African immigrants. I really do. But I don't care where you're from. If I don't know who you are and where you came from, you are poisoning the blood of this country. Because what you fail to acknowledge is there are a lot of Islamist Africans who have converted over to Islam who are damn terrorists, ready to blow shit up, be a part of terrorist cells, and do all types of bad to this country in service of their Arab overlords. I understand that. So I don't care where you're from. You need to come up in this joint legally, period. Do I have a preference for African immigrants? Yes, I do. But I don't want African Islamists who gonna blow my ass up because they have more of a love for their pagan deities, Muhammad, than they do for their own people. That's what I'm saying. So yes, I agree with Trump 100.
So you agree with Trump saying he didn't, just you adding context to what he said? Yes. He didn't say that. He
Without
said again. He did it again. He said like the same thing with Mexico. He said, "Hey, look, they're bringing over this, they're bringing over that." He said it with a blanket statement. You're adding context to it. 100%. He said Africans and China's are poisoning the blood. How is your illegal status? How is your illegal status? Right, you just being here, right? is poisoning the blood. That's a Hitler comment, and we all know it.
No, because
that has nothing to do with immigration.
This is a nation of laws, and if you break
and a nation
law,
of immigrants.
Yep, that's fine. Yep, and I have no problem with immigrants. But if you break the law, you are a criminal. And if crime is allowed to go unchecked, it poisons the blood of this country. Just like black kids going in, raiding businesses, and stealing everything out. Look
at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest?
People are always accusing Trump supporters of being violent or racist, but we're here at this Trump rally, and I just don't see it.
They're trying to change what our children think in the schools.
What would you like to see happen?
I'd like to get back like it was in the 60s.
Before all the civil rights stuff?
Before all the civil rights stuff.
So you would like to see things go back to before the civil rights movement?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You know, where people have their freedom in this country.
Well, certain groups didn't have as much at the time, right?
Right.
Are you pro-slavery or against slavery? I have no comment, but thank you for the interview. I'll give you one more chance. Pro or anti-slavery? No comment. I'll give you one more opportunity to say if you're pro or anti-slavery. No comment. All right, well, there you have it.
Well, the Civil War was something that no one could do anything about because the whites, quote unquote, whites from the South are not the only ones that had slaves, okay? Slaves are all over the world.
The Republican Party's voter base has always shown a very concerning amount of respect for the monsters who went to war and lost so that they could continue to subjugate and torture generations of people just because of the color of their skin. And the rise of Trump has only encouraged these people to be more vocal about how they want to whitewash our country's dark history that can't be ignored.
Do you think there's a direct effect from slavery to how Black Americans are able to live today?
No, I don't. They have a chance to learn. They live in the best country in the world. If they open their eyes and listen, instead of just focusing on their little area and people that they hang out with, they would learn a lot. There's so many people living off of the government handouts, and that is not that much farther away from slavery. When they were a slave, they were given housing, food, clothing, medical care. The people asked them to work. Yes, there were landowners that were violent and mean to some of them, but there were others that were humanistic.
Not only is this woman the product of our failure of an education system, but she and people like her vote in every election they can based on these lies, actively playing a role in pushing the country further to the right wing by backing candidates who share the same goals.
And then we had a civil war. What do you think caused our civil war? Sin, I suppose, you know? If there is something evil, mankind is hard on each other, man.
Well, that's one way to completely detach yourself from the horrors of chattel slavery and posture as a moral person.
There's nothing more interesting than watching Republicans do this cute little dance denying the reality of the racist history of the United States. Vivek Ramaswamy. I mean, he spoke against racism and he was like, that stuff don't exist, until he took his ass to Iowa. Where the white folks in Iowa were like, yeah, we ain't really interested in voting for this dude because he reminded us of the 9/11 people. They basically were like, man, that dark skin, I don't know. And see, I dare say the only reason Nikki Haley has fared better than Vivek is because she looked white. His problem is he looked black. And they like, damn, you about as dark as Obama. So Nikki, now going from one white state, Iowa, to the next snow white state, New Hampshire, was doing an interview on the network that more white folks love than anything else, Fox News. And this so-called smart woman, who's an Indian American, said this.
Are you a racist party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No.
We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was then. Our goal is to lift up everybody, not go and divide people on race or gender or party or anything else. We've had enough of that in America. That's why I'm so passionate about doing this. I don't want my kids growing up where they're sitting there thinking that they're disadvantaged because of a color or a gender. I want them to know that if they work hard, they can do and be anything they want to be in America.
Run that back.
Party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that...
Stop. Now, Nikki just said, we've never been a racist country. Give me 1 second. I want y'all to leave my microphone up. Okay? Now, play.
Today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up.
Stop. Nikki Haley said, we've never been a racist country. 10 seconds later, Nimrata said, I faced racism growing up. So, Nikki, if you face racism growing up and America's never been a racist country, then did that happen in India? Where your mom and daddy came from? Was it in Pakistan? Was that in North America, South America? Was it in Canada? I'm confused.